What's up, boys? We're back with some more Demon Hunt. I did a bunch of grinding and I've now got a few medium slots. I'm mostly focused around getting very high rarity artifacts and weapons since they're pretty fun. So 20% chance to double upgrade artifacts rarity, and then we have a 24% chance for elites to drop a second rarity enhancer to multiply on top of that. Over here we've got a 10% chance for new weapons to be epic, so I can get those much higher throughout the run. Bunch of minor stuff, I don't think any of that's really a big deal, but it's kind of similar. I gain like some permanent HP and then like some permanent damage based on how well we're doing in the run. And then I've also made a unique item for one of my favorite weapons, the swarm thing for the acid damage type, swarm nodes. That's one of the evolutions for it. Each of the unique items seems to correspond to one of the specific weapon evolutions. So we're starting with that. And then we're going for the attack speed evolution over here. It basically converts it into a Diablo-style frozen orb that goes absolutely insane and covers the entire screen in acid bullets. And then my other favorite weapon is the Void Mortar, which also has an evolution that's very similar to that. But the Void Mortar actually isn't viable as a starter weapon, so I kind of had to go with the caustic thing here. Well, there's the mortar. It's not an epic, but I think I will grab it anyways. Wait, I don't even have enough skill points, so I guess we're waiting. But yeah, a couple waves into the game, there will be a bunch of extremely fast flying enemies, and if you don't have a weapon that targets the nearest enemy to you, you literally can't even kill them and they'll just sit on top of you until you die. So having a random target weapon, let's take some attack speed so I have something to level here. And then we'll just hoard skill points for now. So if you try to start with a random target weapon, then these guys will literally just stay on top of you and kill you with nothing you can really do about it. But with a weapon shooting the closest enemy, we can run away from them and whittle them down a bit before they get to me. Deal more damage but lose health if you stop moving. This one's actually kind of annoying, I find. I'll definitely take the epic XP gain. I guess we'll grab it, but it makes dodging some of the boss abilities a bit more annoying, I feel like, since you kind of want to run in between the bullet hell effects and then stop moving, but you lose a lot of HP now if I take that, but pretty good damage at epic rarity. There's actually a couple artifacts that are kind of annoying, like that one as well. Let's keep the skill points from now until we find anything good. I feel like we could probably use a couple artifact bans at least, maybe. Just get a few of the ones that you find really annoying out of there. Kunai, that does fit the caustic build and it's not bad. I'll go ahead and grab that and then we'll start pumping up the attack speed a bit. I think you can just keep running into like a terrain piece and then it won't trigger. So like if we go into the tree like that, then you can kind of stay stationary and not take the damage. This one is very good, so I will take that so our caustic weapons can both stack up a damage over time up to 10 stacks. So we'll probably go ahead and max out the XP one early on so we get lots of value out of that. Decent level in armor and area size. That'll work on the mortar if we get that eventually, so I think I will take that. It seems like there's a pretty steep jump in the levels of enemies between the various maps. So this is my first time on the second map, but I think I've done enough grinding for it now. Leech, not bad. And then we can grab the evolution. This one is really fun, and we'll probably go piercing later on, so we can hit a lot of enemies and just use that to carry my AoE damage. So now we spawn a ton of acid orbs shooting out bullet hells all over the screen, and the legendary improves that even further. Save some skill points. Nice corrosive damage, not bad. I think we'll save a few skill points and try to finish off those other levels on the swarm if I can. Then we'll definitely try and take that one up to Ultra as soon as possible. Let's go with, I guess, just the global damage while moving. Then for these, I always go for the elites since we have all of that rarity stuff dependent on them. We can start pumping up the kunai now. What do I want for that? Seek closest enemy, shooting nodes at... Wait, that's the wrong weapon. Okay, kunais pierce through enemies, explode when hit, or scatter into multiple projectiles. That one sounds cool. Let's go for that. Two rarities there, not bad. Max out the damage while moving. And then probably the caustic over time. That improves both the chance and the damage per stack. That's pretty good. So we wanted the piercing count to make that extremely effective at AoE next. Then we'll max that out, and I guess I'll take that. I don't think that one's super impactful. Kind of hard to actually stand next to a tree during like a boss fight when you would actually need the healing. Epic grenades, not bad. That one's kind of cool. We'll just move on from there for now. How many weapons is that? 3 out of 6. We'll save some more skill points for now. Level up erosion a bit more. And then we didn't get it here, so probably just the corrosive damage. Actually, attack speed's quite good. We'll probably want that one maxed out by the end if I can. Also works on a lot more of the weapons than corrosive. I only have 2 caustic weapons available currently, I think. And here, javelin's okay. We don't really need to take anything yet, though. I'm just gonna pump up the attack speed a little bit. That's about a little bit under 25%. Actually, I can just look at the values at level 3 there. So the count will double, or the attack speed will go up by about 50% maybe, so count's actually better in the long run. We will save points for a bit. Blue Thorns is not very good. I don't even know if I want to take that. I guess once you get very late into the run, you'll probably just end up buying any of the artifacts you don't have a decent rarity anyways, so just getting it out of the pool might help out at that point. Damage at end of a wave, damage dealt, definitely that's fine. I don't think it works on bosses, since there isn't a wave timer on them. We need to find the mortar. I guess I'll toss some rerolls here. Nope. Nope. We'll save skill points for now. Oh, I walked right onto that puddle. I think one issue with the bosses is they should probably make all of their attacks a similar color at least. Especially with some of the final bosses. They have just an absolutely insane number of attacks that are like 3 different colors, and even for me it becomes almost impossible to dodge everything at some points. Go for the elite there for more artifact upgraders. And then next up, what do we want to do? Maybe the global damage. We do have a decent number of upgrades for that. Grenades rapidly to random locations, additional grenades near targets, or a huge blast radius. I think attack speed and multiple grenades at the same time sounds pretty good there. And then some extra AoE for them. More elites. Epic Orbiter, that'll put us at 4, that's fine. Oh wait, I don't have any points. Oops. Why does it level you up if you don't have any points sometimes? Isn't that kind of weird? I like attack speed here. Two blues, yeah, I'm fine with those. Projectile does work on the swarm, so that's fantastic for the main weapon. Do we have the attack speeds? No, I'll just go for some more global damage. Here we go, more attack speed. collect altars, 21 out of 6. Okay. Interesting. Weapon with lowest DPS. I mean, I guess I'll just get it out of there. Blue combustion is not bad. Then we'll max out the attack speeds. Then what next? No. Those are all pretty terrible. I guess probably just the caustic damage here. Then we need 4 more to max that out. I'm just gonna hold some points for a bit. So we might actually need to get something junk to level up. That's actually... that one's pretty good. Projectile damage by armor. Yeah, I'll start leveling that, I think. And then we'll max that out. And then save a couple of points here. Don't really care too much here. I'm gonna save some points for a bit. Let's do the armor to go with that projectile damage that scales off of it. I don't really care here. I'm gonna wait a bit more. Rare crit chance is not bad. We can start leveling up the orbiter a bit. Flames on ground, second orbiter, or laser beam. I think that combined with the orbit speed sounds pretty good. Then next up, I guess we'll upgrade the grenade. We do have some extra caustic stuff for that, but there's not that much time left in the run. That might actually end up being better just because it's so much higher already. Crit chance, pretty good. Oh, we probably do want to max that out since we have the armor artifact as well. I'll wait on those, just get the evolution here for now. Let's go crit chance for everything there. And then max out the projectile damage. Epic movement speed, not bad. We can get a little bit of radius and scale for that. Then we'll pass here for a bit. Another pass for now. And another one. Crit chance is good. I'm fine with that. Blue javelin, that's fine, I guess. Save a few points for now. Big minigun, that would take up the slot that I want for the mortar, and we don't really need it, so I think I'm just gonna pass for now. I just want more bullet hell orbs, but the mortar's so hard to find. Pass again. Those are pretty good. I'll grab one so that we have something to upgrade. And then we still have a little bit of time before I have to buy a bunch of artifacts, I think. Blue void damage. Sure. What would I take on the javelin? Continuous laser beams. That sounds interesting. Additional javelins, multiple javelins to the targets. Those both sound cool. Let's try out some laser beams, I guess. Projectile damage for area, not bad. Save a few points here. Then max out the armor for the combo we have with that and some nice survivability. Then we'll probably just max out the grenade here. I think leech sounds pretty nice just to keep us topped off. Leech when below 25%. I'll lock that in. Grab the evolution there, save a couple of points. Critical hits deal extra crit damage, not bad. Probably do a couple more levels where we fish for high rarity stuff and then we'll just start buying up everything I can for the boss. Blue area damage, little bit of attack speed. Actually, we'll just max that out now. Mortar, it's probably too late to really level that up, but it did come right before the end. And then I think we'll just start buying everything even remotely useful now to fill out everything for the boss. Probably just the leech again. That would nullify a lot of stuff we've already gotten. That sounds kind of risky. Area damage? Yeah, we have the grenade at pretty high level. Range is very nice. Evasion? That goes with the thing we just got. Decent crit chance, that's pretty nice. Region, yup. Big projectile damage reduction, that's pretty good. I don't know if it does anything, but whatever. There's a bit of XP up here, I guess. So we had 2.3 billion on the swarm. Almost 1,000,000 on the kunai at basic rarity. Okay, that's actually pretty strong. Nothing else super impressive. Mortar came pretty late, but it is one of my favorite ones if you can actually get it early enough and level it up. You can see the little sort of rune page over here. I guess orb page. And the character tree. I have just the extra sprint charge there, still grinding out levels for that guy. Can't get any of the other big stuff there quite yet. Did we get anything else here? Looks like not really. Oh, 1 medium blue slot. That's not bad, actually. What would I put over there? Max HP on health pack is not bad. Damage when you complete a wave at full health, that's pretty good. More altars. That's pretty good as well. You gain several different permanent stats for the run for that. Double artifact rarity, that's already in one of them. That's already in one of them. Yeah, I guess more altars is probably fine. Move that over there. Then I can get one more for one of the small blue slots, maybe. Probably just an item drop thing to farm a little bit faster. Extra skill points so you can grab some of the high rarity stuff, I guess, since it does suck missing out on those. That just feels bad, so yeah, I guess so. Looks like nothing decent over there. Did get a new set thingy, though. So I guess you'll probably want to create the set for the final area, since the level seems to go up quite a bit between them. 5 to 8 on threat 0 there, 9 to 12 there, and then 13 to 16. So I'm guessing this one will be by far the hardest, so endgame will probably just be farming this level with the set for it. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.